channel Crazy Code Dunia. In last four video, we seen almost 31 question on core Java, which is cover basic as well as experience level question. So please visit that video. You will get better understanding on core Java and you will shape your interview preparation well. So let's discuss question number 32. So what are the different type of access modifier in Java? So this question may be asked in experience as well as fresher level also. What are the different type of modifier in Java? So we have four different type of modifier in Java. So let's divide that four different modifier into accessibility. So where should we can access that modifier? From where we can access that modifier? So I have differentiated in same package or different package. So I will discuss first public. What is meant by public? So public is access modifier which we can apply for method, variable, and class level also. So once we declare that class as a public, we can access that class from anywhere. So we declare that modify class as a public. So we can access that public modifier or public class from anywhere. So that means we can access from same package or different package also. Let's discuss about default. If we declare our class as a default, then we can access that class from same package. We are not able to access that class from different package. So this is the accessibility of default. Let's check for protected. If we declare our class as a protected or our variable as a protected, then that variable or that class should be accessed from same package only. Or if you want to access from different package, yes, we can access protected from different package, but that class should be extend of main class and reference should be child class of that package or that class. Let's discuss about private. If we declare our class as a private, we are not able to declare our class as a private, but if we are declare our method or variable as a private, so we cannot access that class in same package or different package. That means we are not able to access private variable outside the class. That means the private variable is very secure. So this is about access modifier. Let's check question number 33. What is the use of final keyword? So this is most frequently asked question in Java fresher as well as experience level. What is final keyword? So final keyword we can assign to class level, method level, variable level, and object level. What happen if we apply on class level? So if we apply our variable on class level variable, that means we cannot rechange that value. We cannot change that value if we declare variable as a final. That means it behave as a constant. It means that value of variable one set cannot be changed. Let's check the example here. If final int I is equal to 1 and if I try to change I is equal to 5, we will get compiled time error because we have already declared that variable as a final. This is related to final variable. Let's check final method. If we assign our method as a final, then we cannot override it in child class. That means if we want to override and we declare that method as a final, we are not able to override. Override means what? So method name and signature are same. We want to try that method in different classes in parent or child class. So this facility is not available for final keyword. If we declare our method as a final, then method overriding is not possible. So this is very important question. Interview will maybe ask you, if we have declared our method as a final, what happens? So in simple word we can say, if we have declared our method as a final, we cannot override our method. So this is very important concept. So let's check example. Suppose I have one example class as a parent and one class as a child. I declare one method print which is final, and I try to extend that method in child class. So final method is not able to override. So it is the feature of final method. If we declare our method as final, we are not able to override the final method. Let's check final class. If a class made as a final, then no other class can extend it and make it parent class. What happen if we declare our class as a final? We cannot extend that, or we cannot create that class, or we cannot create the child class of that final class. So example, string is a final class. So this is the advantage of final method. Means if we don't want to create child class of that class, then we are declared that class as a final. So we are using in singleton. Okay, so we are not able to create child class of that class when we are using a final to class. Let's check question number 32. final method are inherited in subclass in Java? Question is final method inherited in subclass in Java? Yes, we can final method inherited but cannot override. Let's discuss. We have parent class and we have final method, final void parent class final method. And in child class, I'm just inherited that one. So child class. So child class method. So I have created child class object and I tried to access the parent class method to child class. Yes, I can definitely access a parent class method to child class object because the child class has a property which is by default having parent class. It is acquired by child class. So we can directly access parent class method through creating child class object. But we are not able to override that method. We can access that property through child class object, but we are not allowed to override. Difference between final, finally, and finalize. So this is very common question in any interview. What is difference between final, finally, and finalize? Let's discuss. We have already discussed 4 point of final. So final can be apply variable, method, and class in Java. So finally is a block, and finalize is a method. Final variable, a class must be initialized at the time of declaration. Once initialized, final variable cannot be assigned a new value. We have already discussed in last interview question. Final variable, also called as constant in Java. If constructor is defined, then final, then variable can be initialized in the constructor. But once initialized, cannot be assigned a new value. That's same. If we have declared a variable as a final, we cannot be modified it. So final local variable can be left uninitialized at the time of declaration, and we can initialize later. But once initialized, we cannot be assigned a new value. And final static variable, a class must be initialized at the time of declaration or can be initialized in a static block. Once initialized, final static variable cannot be initialized. Means whatever the discuss or whatever I have read here, so it's same meaning of like that. If we declare our variable as a final, we cannot change, or if we have not declared, we can assign one time only. If we assign that one time, then we are not able to reassign it. So that is the overall final method. So what about final method? We cannot be override final method. So if we try to assign or try to attempt to do, we will get compile time error. Look here, if I'm trying the superclass method, final method, and I'm trying to override that one. So I'm getting here compile time error. Runtime polymorphism is not applicable for final method because they are not inherited. Okay. So let's check final class. So I have already discussed, if we are creating final class, then we are not able to extend it. If we try to extend, we will get compile time error. So this is about final, and final is the keyword. Let's discuss about final. So basically, finally, we are using for try and catch or exception and handling. So it is a block. So try or catch block can be followed by finally block. Means if you want to declare finally, it should be present try and catch blocks. Without try and catch block, we should not be declare finally. So let's check example. Here is try and then finally, or next example, try, catch, or finally. Without try catch block, finally block can only exit if try and catch block is there. Finally block cannot be used alone. That means if we don't have try catch block, then we are not able to use finally. Finally block is not executed in following scenario. So which scenario? Finally is not executed when system.exit is used. It call. If JVM, if in a case JVM crashes because of some error, java.util error, in that case also finally block is not executed. So there are interview question may be asked, on which condition finally block is not executed? Finally block always executed in exception handling if there is error, exception occur or not occur. So that is the use of finally block. That means we can use finally block to write our code, which is successfully we have to return. So that we call finally block. Okay. Finally block can only exist if try and catch block is there. If finally block cannot be used alone in Java. Finally is always executed irrespective of exception thrown. That means if there is an exception, still finally block is executed. Correct? Okay. Currently executing thread call finally method means which is the current executed thread which call finally block. Finally is the keyword in Java. Let's discuss about finalize. Finalize is the method. So first is the keyword, second final is the keyword, finally is the block, and finalize is the method. Finalize method is called before garbage collection by JVM. Means in Java, JVM call garbage collector. Okay, it will be. use to remove our object which is not in use. So garbage collector will be called. So finally method will call before garbage collection called by JVM. Finally method is called for any cleanup action that may be required before garbage collection. So how it will be called? Protect, void, finalize, throw, throwable, try. We have in try block. System.out.println in finalize method. Do cleanup activity and we are catching in throwable, throwable, throwable. So this is the example for how we call finalize method. Okay. So finalize method defined in Java lang.object. We can force early garbage collection in Java by using following method. System.gc, runtime.getRuntime.gc, system.run finalization, runtime.getRuntime.run finalization. So we can forcefully call garbage collection in Java with using this keyword or this method. If any uncaught exception thrown inside finalize method, exception is ignored and thread is terminated and object is discarded. Note, any exception thrown by finalize method cause a finalization object to be halted but otherwise ignored. JVM does not guarantee which daemon thread will invoke the finalize method for object. And finally, finalize is the keyword, not keyword in Java. It is a method. So this is about finalize in Java. Finally, and finalize. Is there any difference between creating string without new operator? So we have this question. So this is very important question in Java. So what is mean by what happened if we created string with new operator and without new operator? So let's discuss. When we create a string without new operator, it will create in a string pool. I am saying without new, that means string s1 is equal to abc only. So it will create in a string pool, where it will be create in string pool, in pool. If we create with new operator, it will be in heap, heap memory, and this is a string pool. This will create in string pool without new operator in string pool, with new operator in heap memory. So this is the basic difference. So what happen if we create string s1 is equal to undercoded abc? No string with abc is there in string pool. It will be check if there is a string abc in the string pool. So jvm will be creating string pool and s1 will be a reference variable which refer to it. So first it will be check, it will be already available in string pool. If it is not there, then it will be creating one new string pool with reference s1. Once again, if you are trying to create with new operator, string is created using new operator, it will force jvm to create new string in heap area, not in string pool. Second, we have created string abc. This is a scenario. Interviewer may be asked, what happen if I have created like this screen? So what will be the happen if s1 I have created s1 and s2 and s3 like this? So now it will be for s3. So we have same object or same string we have created. So string abc is already in the string pool. So s3 will be reference will be to s1. Correct? So we have a s1 and s3 with same string. So now in string pool it will be created new object for s4 and for s5 with intern. So intern string is created using new operator, but intern method has invoke on it. So s5 will be a reference variable which will refer abc in string pool. This is very important scenario. If we are using intern, even though if we are using new operator with is, it will be not created in heap, it will be created in string pool. So this is tricky question interviewer may be asked to you.